early.
Am I?
Yeah.
It's Charlie's birthday. She's 17 years old. Oh my god. Birthday face.
Go away.
What's that? A new car?
Yeah, I'm sure.
What car is it?
Porsche.
Yeah.
What was your first car, Peter?
Ford Cortina.
I don't know what that is, but I'll put a picture up. You no way! That's not your first car.
Yeah.
No, you have to have a banger like everyone else.
That's newer than what Matt's got now.
Look at my car. It's two colours, for God's sake.
Yeah, but that's your fault.
Just loading up for another delivery. Spent the weekend stacking up some straw. I stacked that. I actually thought it wasn't too bad considering. Usually it can end up flopping over and create all sorts of havoc. But it actually didn't go in too bad. Charlie's just loading up the straw. Straw quality was really good last year considering. These old tractors just sound the best, don't they? They sound 10 times what the new ones sound like. The farmer's doing the air filter, but brought back the Arkeson. What we'll have to do is grease her all up. We've got some loose bales to try her out on, make sure everything works, so when we do go to use it, everything's the right way, and if it wants anything, we know then we'll order the parts for it if we do. It shouldn't want anything, but we always check and make sure a few weeks before we go haymaking, just to make sure these things are all working for on the day. The old man was in here at the weekend. He's an absolute unit. He shouldn't be doing it, but he spent all day in here washing down the walls. Look at these walls, spick and span. I don't think they've ever been that clean, but he's done a nice job. But what we're here with, we've got the Bowser on again, got the hose attached up. We're just going to quickly wash down everything, and it just soaks into the floor and gets everything loose. And then when we come with a brush, it just comes up really nice. We'll just sweep it all outside. We've got a little pile going out there, let it all dry off, pick it up, and leaves a nice tidy finish. This coupler doesn't fit as well as the old one. Tight. On, choke. Oh, yep, that's better. That's better. Got some flow now. Woohoo! Charlie, your mum's here. Birthday was it? There's a new one. You gained one.
She's my adopted child. That's
you want a half term?
Yeah. We've been on half term for ages, to be fair, haven't we? It seems like.
Have you?
Yeah,
oh, since Thursday?
Thursday and Friday off as well.
What's your favourite tractor?
My sister's 16.
I would go with you on that one. It's just a good tractor, isn't it? 6480. Oh, likes the older ones. Oh, Wilson. Wilson, it's me. Oh, Wilson.
So you don't like you, Matt?
Wilson? There, we are out of water. Right, I haven't checked what's in this trailer yet. Probably better do that first thing, hadn't I? Just to make sure Keith ain't left no planings in there. Look at that. That is why you don't just go loading stone. That's annoying. One thing that's going to be expensive this year, fuel. Oh yeah. All right. back at the hay fields. Not a crazy amount of grass there yet, but it's coming on. Yeah. There we go, that's the finished job, look. Farmer, we're just moving some of this dirt back around the edges just to finish it off a little bit. That's a smart job. I can't believe my eyes out here with these beans. They just look really well. They're just shooting up. We went and did a crop walk only a week ago and Christ, they're shooting up. All the pods are up near the top where they should be, and they just look right. I don't know what. It's proper. Hang on, I've got a bridge to go over now. Let's see if I can. We're just tipping some dirt, some leftover dirt from the concrete pad we were at. We've got a few wet holes. We're literally from one end of the farm to the other. Look at this. And this side of the field here, this is the side that ain't really very good. It gets better as it goes back. Got this horrible bit ahead of us that we're going to fill in with this dirt. So we're going to tip it along here, then Peter or Keithy will be along with the digger to level it all off. It's probably going to need a couple of loads. It's pretty rough. So that's where we're going to lose it. As always, spaces for well, especially for good dirt. There's always a space for good dirt. But yeah, just these sort of things. These ruts happen always in the low areas of the fields, always on the headlands, always when it's springtime, when you're trying to get drilling up and you know weather's not with you, ruts can appear, but we always try to mend them as we go, make sure we look after everything, you know. Come on. Peter, what are we doing? The teleporter has eaten you. What are you doing?
Servicing, changing oil.
How many things have you got to do?
On this?
No, how many vehicles have you got to do?
Oh, I haven't counted them up. All the 3 telehandlers, 4 or 5 tractors and a combine.
All for servicing?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Pete will be going through all the machines, changing all the oils, changing all the filters. Pete, what else do you do to them?
That's about it. Change oil and filters. Well, if they're due anyway.
And we don't use anything but the proper filters and the proper oil, do we?
No, genuine.
Do not skimp out on your oils or your filters. Just use the right ones, because that can cause you so many issues, can't it, Pete? Cheap filters and cheap oil can lead you down a horrible path of what's it called? Unreliable.
No, you want decent parts, because decent oil, because it's cheaper than a new engine or a new gearbox.
Exactly that. And we're quite vigorous with our servicing. They get done as and when they need them. They might go a few hours over, but Peter does go through them. You've got to change that horrible one underneath that you can never get off.
On the front there, yeah, don't do that.
There's another one there, the other side, in that aluminium shell that don't come on.
Hydraulic one.
Yeah.
Everything's awkward on this. The engine's awkward. And
But got to be done. Got to be done. Charlie's one on. would have thought so, yeah. There's a fence we want to mend. It's all fallen down, so we're just going to push some posts in. A few gateways up here that might need levelling out as well, so we might be going back to get some to get a few bits of stone and see if we can level them out. We had to go at them a couple of years ago, but wet winter, and the guys come in with the hedge cutters, and before you know it, yeah, they're back to square one. Charlie has been, she's been topping all the way around the outsides because the hedges have been trying to grow out, and they're sprouting into the field, and they come up with horrible, just horrible little bits of twigs, and they start, basically the hedge is trying to grow out, and got all those. I'm just going to move that branch while I'm here, because that will bug me looking at that. Here we go, this is what I'm talking about. These sort of things grow up on the outside, and it's the hedges, they're all trying to become wider. But so we've gone round once. Look how fast it's regrown, look. And there is a bit of grass here, saying that, there is a bit. There just wasn't in that first field. The first field I was a bit worried. Oh god. Camera in and farming. That's why I wear a camera on my head, because you always need two hands. Yeah, so Charlie's done a nice job there, and it means we won't scoop it up in the hay and have horrible looking hay, because it just literally, as soon as you see a twig in a round bale, everybody turns their nose up at it, even though it's only one little twig. But that's just the way it is. So we try and limit the amount of rubbish that goes in the bales.
Yeah, them two there, right? Then you get
Ones like that, yeah, it's rotten, aren't they? Yeah, we'll just replace all these bad ones.
Just do the ones we need to do, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was coming with a teleport.
I thought teleport would be adequate. You'll be on your way back now.
Times, and I thought, yeah, bloody waste of time. If we get there and can't get it in.
Been wheeling. You wouldn't believe that. It's not too bad like that. Still pretty good my way.
We've got the longest stakes, that's all I've got left at it.
Yeah. I had the sledgehammer the other day, and Pete was holding the stake.
With a sledge?
My arm was going. Then bang, I hit his thumb. He had some swear words for me. I told him it's his own fault for letting me do it. Should have known better. I think we'll have a load and then one more, I think. We fixed them all a couple of years ago. Got quite a bit of weight in there. I'm just going to put a little bit in. There as well. Might have to go and get another load. We're a little bit on the piss there. There we go, look. Just levels it out a bit better. Saves the machines going through the dips and the holes. The baileys are the worst because they got the pickup. They catch on everything. it wasn't this one. These old Chieftain trailers, absolute made a proper. Right, we're gonna get this thing. We've got chains, we'll tighten her up.
You looking at that?
Oh, there's a bit of play.
Got a bit of play now.
And what's where in there? The pins between the teeth?
Yeah, pins and there's a bush in there, Matt. And
Yeah.
then they've worn the bush out. And I know she's squeaking about, you know, and that's a sign that the tracks are getting towards being done their day. The thing is with these, we do a hell of a lot of tracking about,
Yeah.
a mental amount, because whatever we do, fencing or whatever it is, we're tracking somewhere.
Yeah. There's,
But what I did last time, I had all these bolts new,
yeah.
and the bloke said, "Oh, you'll break them getting them out." Of course, we did them with a big air gun.
Yeah.
We think we broke one.
All right.
But the tracks weren't as bad as I thought. See, this is where they
So the plates are okay. These plates are
yeah,
fine,
we
aren't they?
reuse the plates.
Yeah. But you would buy new inserts.
We'll have this,
new
that
sprocket.
sprocket,
Yeah.
chain,
Yeah.
that'll come complete. We will check these while they're off, but I would imagine that they're all right. There's
Yeah.
no oil leaks on, they're full of oil.
Oh, are they?
This one here looks all right, but we check all them.
Yeah.
We won't put them on this year, but next winter it might pay to put a set on it. See if that'll change the machine, Matt. But if you're happy with the machine, you know, why change it?
Yeah.
It's not.
Where
It's a good machine.
where do you tighten the tracks up, and what does that do? Does that take that play out of it by tightening it?
Yeah, that's only showing because I've got the chain on it. And what
Yeah.
it's done is pulled it tight here and here, and it's slacking that bit.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Yeah.
But it allows you a little
you
bit.
can see the wear in it.
Yeah, exactly. It shows you what's what. It's good. It shows you the play that's in the tracks.
Yeah.
They're not going to go back, but they'll start jumping off.
No.
What there is in there, right, there's a big spring. I don't know whether you can. That spring sometimes breaks. You do have them break.
Yeah.
See that there?
In here. Yeah.
That's hydraulic ram.
Yeah.
There's your grease nipple. Look.
Yeah.
So you grease that. The grease pushes a ram out, which pushes this wheel forward on these sliders
Pushes it that way.
out,
Yeah.
and the ram pushes it out, tightens your tracks.
Right.
They could do with tightening up a little bit by the look of it. But that basically is how it works. And these sliders just sit in that groove there.
Yeah.
If you feel there and there's a groove, and this
Yeah.
just sits on it. What do we do with the old one? We drop them out. You know, they're not hard to do. They're not.
No.
We did it ourselves.
Did
Easy.
you?
Yeah, we did it in a day.
Where do you
When we-
start then to dismantle it all? Do you just start on one pad, take the pad
Yeah.
off,
Yeah.
and then
Take the
do
pad
the
off.
pins just bash out? Do they, or they?
No.
seal?
Just get the pads off.
Yeah.
Get the pads off because it's easy while they're on. You can pick it up and spin your tracks round. See, so you always do that with your tracks on.
Yeah.
Then you just left with your chain.
Right.
You just add a gas, cut through there.
Oh, you just cut one and then
Yeah,
peel it
then-
off?
Well, you don't need the chain, do you?
No.
You know, you're not worried about that.
And then do you buy a chain as a complete and then just pin
Yeah,
one?
one
Then you only
pin.
just buy one
That's
pin?
it.
Oh,
And what you'll find, there'll be one that's a pilot pin.
Yeah, the
Um,
one that actually lets it all come off.
Yeah, you've got to follow it round, Matt, and it'll have a dot in the end. There it is,
Oh yeah. Bloody hell.
and that'll come out.
Yeah, that's the one that
Yeah.
it's got a circlet round it, has it? Or-
No, they're pressed in.
Right.
They're pressed in. That will come out. That one.
Yeah.
They've got the boys that take tracks apart will have a press that goes on that.
Yeah, that mounts to it and
Mounts
pushes
to
it out.
and it'll push it out.
Yeah.
That'll probably take, it's crazy, but it would probably take the thick end of 100 pound pressure.
Right.
You know,
Mad.
Yeah, they're
You
bloody
can't
hard,
bash
mate.
it out with a hammer there.
Sorry, mate, 100 ton of pressure.
Yeah.
You'd want a bloody, you'd want, I doubt a 50-ton press might, and it is a might, move it. You'd probably want 100-ton press to push that out. We just chop it,
Yeah.
and then what we do is when we put them back on, I'll pop that pin in the freezer overnight,
Yeah. Shrink the metal.
because it'll keep it where you want it, cold, shrink it. Then you get them out of the freezer, pop him in, and he'll go in quite easy once you get him lined up. So you don't take it out of the freezer till you want it.
No.
You get everything up, you get it pulled up, get your chain
Get it
on,
all lined up.
pull it up tight. We'll probably have 2 ratchet straps. That's how we did it last time. Just had 2 ratchet straps, pulled them up,
Yeah.
and then you get your pin lined up to where you want it. And
Yeah.
then, you know, make sure he's cold, pop him in. And
It's mad because Peter and you lot will say it all the time. The amount that metal will move in
Yeah.
different temperatures,
yeah,
and it's frightening how much it expands,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
that's why you heat up
But
bolts and
yeah,
all
once
the
that
rest of
goes
it.
in, once that's in, you'll tap him in. Don't put no grease or nothing on him.
No grease?
No, he wants to go in dry if he can.
Right.
We perhaps sometimes put a bit of copper slip on it
Yeah.
and then hope he don't move. But you know, as a general rule, once that's in, it won't come out.
No. Are they flanged? So once it'll only go in that side, or will it? Can it be bashed in either
no,
side?
they're a straight pin. They'll come out either side.
Either side.
Yeah.
Right. Oh.
Do you know which brass things on here? Which are the arms folding up? Those two.
Right. There's blue and then there's red. One does one and one does the other.
What's left, one's right.
There's
What's
another
the in
blue.
and
Look.
out?
That's a blue one. So those go together. Oh, that's a red one.
There's nothing on there.
There's a blue one. Yeah, there is. Here, look. There's a blue.
So that must be the in and out then.
One's in and out, and one's
These other 2 are single active.
yes. Two. Well, I did know last year.
So you want one in one spot, one in another, and that in a third.
Red is right, and black is left. That's how I remembered it from last time. So that's your left one. Don't ask me these sort of questions, Peter.
That's your dad, Polly. She's the right man.
Yeah. Have you got some to roll up then, Carl?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Keithy greased it all up for you, Carl, so it should be ready to go. This is a top secret project, Peter.
Why are you recording it?
Well, just a little
Where's the piece of paper?
Easter egg, little Easter egg. Oh yeah, what you done with it?
Down here, probably.
What was the number?
36.
36. 36 around the outside. That's harder to count than anyone would think. Right, Peter, tell me what this noise is. If I put my foot down, did you hear it? There's a squeal, like a belt squeal or a bearing squeal. I don't know what it is. They were meant to come and do a service last year, but they didn't come, did they?
Didn't show up.
Show me what service bits on here then.
Right, there'll be a chain inside here, Matt,
Right.
which I'll sort of half open. I might be able to see from here, more that, but of course I can't. And actually, I lie, Matty, there ain't one on this. There ain't one on it, mother.
Okay.
There's one the other side. The old Newland drove from both ways.
And is this something you want to
I'll tell you
do?
why, Matt. No, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. The New Holland had little augers on, do you remember?
Yeah.
And it drove the little augers. So these chains are all automatic oil, look.
Oh yeah.
And I can just, that's the chain I'm thinking,
Yeah.
this one, but it's tight, I can feel it is, it's good.
So pre-season checks, you're going to check all the chains.
Yeah, chain tensions,
Yeah.
make sure she's running, make sure the oil's going, grease everything. We just blew it off at the end of the year,
Yeah.
and right, if I washed it I would grease it,
Yes.
but I don't think this has been greased, and the reason I say that, Matt, all the grease nipples are clean, are dirty.
Yeah. Usually there's smidges of grease
Yeah,
around them.
so we would normally grease them before we put it away, but she's obviously been blown off, put away.
Yeah.
Mate, it's greased every day, so there's no great issues with that.
No, we grease this
What I
thing
do,
like
mate, I just open and shut the tailboard. These chains are all oiled. What you're looking for is things that ain't fucking right. So you're looking for pipes that are split, pipes that rats are chewed, because that's another thing. But you blow stuff off, mate, the rats don't bother to get in it, because there's nothing there.
No.
Bits like that, look. That'll be a rat. You know, you think you've got, yeah, definitely, mate.
No
they
way.
Honestly, they've just raked out from underneath. And that's what it'll be. I'll guarantee it, mate.
Yeah, and if you don't do these checks, and you've obviously cut all your A down, and you find something out in the field.
Look at this side, look. Can you see he's just been nibbling away?
Yeah.
It was just sat on the bottom, and he's just been chewing away at that. Bit of barley does satis, mate. But there's nowhere for him to go, mate. Things like that, mate. If you don't go out in there, and it's full of dust and shit and barley like that, he gets up in there, what's he do with these pipes?
Yeah.
And right, what we do, mate, we use it for a day. The telltale sign, you'll be getting a bit of oil out of here.
Yeah.
So then you know you've got a problem.
Yeah. That would be a bit of a pain, that one.
But there's nothing on this. Look, the chains, the bolt's tight, mate, the bolt's good.
No, this is
99% of it, mate, is visual inspection.
Yeah.
That's the honest truth.
Yeah.
You're looking, I'll open and shut the tailboard a few times, make sure the bloody ram seals are not gone, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I want to change the gearbox oil, Matty, which is here.
Oh, that's what you was talking about.
So I'll change that gearbox oil.
And what does that then drive? That drives
That drives
this
everything,
shaft to this pulley. Which one?
I've got to just feel in there which way the shaft goes, mother. But I don't know whether that drives both. Right. I would imagine, looking at that big chain there, Matty,
oh, there's a big one,
that's the main drive this side.
Yeah.
And I can't see the other side, but it might go out the other side as well. It might be a wide gearbox and go out the other side as well.
And
The tines are pretty good on it. I can see that. But the art is set the thing right in the first instance.
Yeah.
Set it so they don't hit the ground.
Yeah.
That's, you know, that's the art. Get off the bloody seat and change. If you're too old to get off that seat and do that, mate, you certainly ain't going to want to be taking them bands off. I'll tell you that.
No.
But in the
We like this baler, though, don't we? We like.
Yeah, no,
it's a good one.
Yeah, it's good.
You have these stabilisers set wide, don't you?
Yeah, not so over the wheel, mate, but
No, just wide enough to move.
it's the same story, mate. If you bloody put stuff away right, it comes out right.
Yeah. Keep it in the dry as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He won't have no trouble with it.
What did we say this pressure gauge was for?
They did tell me because somebody picked me up and I got it wrong. I can't remember, mate.
I can't remember either. Hey, oh, I know where there's a bit of foam on that other side actually that has just been pushed out. I'll show you.
Okay.
I'll show you where it is.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Look.
Yeah. It's just been pushed out on this side. It's down the tube a little bit.
That's it.
That'll go back in there like that, and that'll keep that good.